Loyalty. This is a word that a lot of men throw around when talking about what they want in a significant other. Our first priority, of course, is sexual attraction. Numbers 2 through 5 are generally loyalty, honesty, obedience, and a kind disposition. Yes, there are different men who have different requirements, but by and large, these are the same things men want in a woman if he's going to decide to pursue her for a long-term relationship. But something I've noticed lately has really shocked me when it comes to the requirements that women say they want in a man. Now, we all know that women have unrealistic expectations of men. They want a guy with a 7-figure bank account, 6-pack abs, 5 cars, 4 houses, 3 vacation homes, a 2-foot sausage, and a partridge in a pear tree. Then they want all of that wrapped in a package that stands 6'3", with perfect teeth, movie star looks, who's funny, kind, gentle, smart, a genius, a bad boy, who loves his mother, hates other men, loves rom-coms, hates sports, and loves her more than life itself. Now, this mythical man obviously doesn't exist, but when we get what they believe is the perfect guy, the one thing they don't require of him is loyalty. And the reason for this is that women know that the top 20% of men who check off all the boxes will have women throwing themselves at him left and right. Wives of professional athletes know their husbands are hooking up with women every day and night when they're on the road. But they understand that loyalty is not a characteristic they're going to get. Loyalty isn't even something they want. They need constant validation that the man they've chosen is sexually attractive and wanted by other women. And even though they are always hurt when they learn about their husbands or boyfriends philandering, deep down inside, it turns them on because their feminine hard drive tells them, okay, he cheated again and it sucks, but he's still attractive to other women. I've made the right choice. Listen, women can say whatever they want, but they do not want, nor do they need loyalty. What they need is the illusion of loyalty. Women don't actually want their men to cheat, but they want to know that they could if they wanted to. They will attempt to shame men for not being loyal, just like they shamed Michael Schiavo back in 2005 for dating another woman, even though his wife Terry Schiavo had been a vegetable since 1990. I was living in Florida when this happened, and I heard about this saga every day. The world tells men that even if your wife is brain dead for a decade and a half, it is wrong to have your needs met with another woman because that is disloyal. Yet, when a wife divorces her husband who is stricken with cancer, they're met with praise and adulation. Then turn around and bash John Edwards for hooking up with Rael Hunter while his wife Elizabeth had cancer. That whole scandal cost Edwards a chance to make a serious run for president. And yes, I was living in North Carolina when this happened as well. Anyway, women say they want loyalty and say they need it, but they show that they clearly do not want loyalty. Would you like to know why? Because here in 2020, the more sexually loyal a man is to a woman, the less sexually loyal she is to him. Yes, this is messed up, but this is what feminism has done to the dating market. Gentlemen, women have no loyalty. They have no sense of fairness. They have no sense of justice, and they have very little morality. Now, part of this is for survival. Women are the physically smaller and physically weaker sex, and for that reason, their biological hard drives don't allow them to be loyal to anything but themselves and their offspring. Men, on the other hand, we have an incredible sense of fairness. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. If you help me out, I'll help you out. As men, we are fiercely loyal, oftentimes to a fault, and a lot of times that gets us into trouble. We hear stories every day about men who are loyal to women who end up getting burned because they never realize that just because you're loyal to a female does not mean that she is going to be loyal to you. It takes a while to figure this out, but eventually we do. Some men take a little longer than others. Some never figure it out. Which brings me to today's Reddit post. And a big thanks goes out to Pimped Out Geese for submitting this one because, guys, this one is cringe-worthy. There will be a lot of face palms and shaking of heads in this one. Before we get into this, let me quickly remind you that if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you want access to tens of thousands of hours of rock-solid, actionable advice and insight that is not safe for YouTube, become a patron at patreon.com/DonovanSharp. Not only will you get access to my daily private stream, you will get to chat with like-minded men who share your mindset about dominating life, living it on your own terms, self-improvements, and of course, relationships. You will also get access to my archived episodes from the past, downloadable audio so you can listen at your convenience or on the go on any device, podcast audio and video free of all the small talk, And best of all, you can see tomorrow's video today. That's right, guys. During my private live streams, I let you see what I'm publishing on YouTube tomorrow, today. So you get to see my latest videos before I share it with the world. Join our tight-knit community of over 1,500 men and reap the benefits of knowing the truth and learn how to use it to your advantage by going to patreon.com/DonovanSharp. The link is in the description. Okay, guys, get ready to cringe. The Reddit post is entitled, quote, "I effed up and I am now friend zoned, provider zoned, and I don't know what to do." It was submitted by a 32-year-old man whose Reddit handle is Frustrated Provider, which is kind of fitting. Now, Frustrated Provider is still in love with a woman he's known since he was 15 years old. They were high school sweethearts when they were teenagers. But fast forward 12 years, and she's now an unattractive single mom at the age of 30 with 2 children. Even though this woman is well past her prime and has had the children of at least one other man, this dude still capes up for this chick. So let's break this bad boy down. He starts, "My first girlfriend of 14 years ago messaged me on Bumble last January. We immediately hit it off as if we never broke up. I quickly realized," he said, "I felt the same way for her as I did when I was 18. We were together for 2 years, but known each other since I was 15 and her 13. She told me she also felt the same way for me and was the first to say I love you. A month into reuniting," he continues, "we were seeing each other constantly and spending the whole weekends at my house, hooking up at least a few weekends a month. I wanted a relationship, but she said she wasn't ready. I am 32 years old, single guy, no kids, living alone. She's 30 with 2 kids, single, and lives with her kids." Guys, we see this all the time. Boy meets girl, they date as teenagers, but as soon as she hits her 20s, she starts sleeping around. Now, he dates too, but he still carries the torch for her. She pops out a couple of kids out of wedlock, and when she hits her 30s, she reaches back out to him, and sure enough, he comes running back. The sad thing about this scenario is that men are more aware of this dating arc than they've ever been before. Whether men are aware of the true nature of women or not, we know that women hook up with dudes all through their 20s, have a kid or two with Dave the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not have just gotten out of prison for possession with intent to distribute, and when she hits the attraction wall at 30, they go running back to the men they rejected when they were in their prime fertile years. These guys are rewarded with a used-up female who still acts as though she's the hot 18-year-old. Let's see what happens in their little reunion here. 6 months in, she gets mad at me for something minor. She said I was acting like an a-hole and was in a bad mood often and ghosts me. 3 depressing months later, he says, I reach out to her and we work it out. Since then, we've gotten along real well and have gotten even closer in some ways. Thing is, since ghosting me, she's been much less effective. We haven't had sex besides the one time she gave me oral pleasure several months ago. Now she won't come over at all. I asked her about this and she said she no longer wants casual bedroom fun and that she also doesn't want a relationship. We still kiss and make out, but don't go any further. I was clear about my intentions, he said, that I want to be with her. She told me she appreciated me, loves me, but that right now she's not ready yet. Gentlemen, this is the point where most men are clueless about what's really going on here. So let's break out our womanese translator, shall we? She gets mad at him for something minor and ghosts her. Translation: she started hooking up with somebody else and needed a reason to ghost him. 3 depressing months later, I reach out to her and we work it out. Translation: she wanted to be in a relationship with her ex-boyfriend Dave, slept with him for 3 months before realizing that she was the side chick because Dave also had a girlfriend. So when Frustrated Provider reached out, she grabbed that olive branch. We haven't had sex, she no longer wants casual sex and doesn't want a relationship. Translation: she's not aroused by him anymore. We still kiss and make out, but she doesn't come over anymore. She told me she loves and appreciates me, but right now she's not ready. Translation: she's using him for all of her non-sexual needs while trying to get Dave to dump his girlfriend for her. Dude, the writing is on the wall. She said she doesn't want sex and doesn't want a relationship. But this idiot is still confused as to what's happening. She didn't even give him the "I want a relationship before sex" line. Nope. She told him flat out, "I don't want a relationship or sex." Let's continue. The thing is, I have this feeling that she's just not wanting to take me seriously, as if she just downright doesn't want to be with me in that way now or later. I also feel that she's seeing someone else. I'm not sure why I feel this way, he says, but I do and I can't shake it. On Valentine's, I took time off from work during the day, took her out, gave her a bunch of flowers and a necklace. Since then, I've barely even heard from her, besides 1 or 2 were to text, and then she will quit responding mid-conversation. Funny thing is, she said she couldn't go out for the evening because of the kids. But that day she texted me later on saying she's out to dinner with a friend and then didn't hear from her again for a day. It feels like I put a lot of effort to see her and she doesn't at all. Of course she doesn't see the effort you put in. Women rarely do. I had a consultation client a while back who was dating a woman and he helped her start a business. He invested thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours to get this thing off the ground. Not only did she not want to be around him at night because she was stressed out, this chick had the gall to say to him in an argument, "What do you think your worth is to the company you started for me? 10, 15 bucks an hour?" The more you do for women, the less they see the effort. Again, this is completely backwards and jacked up, but guys, this is 2020. This is what we're up against. You can either adjust or get got. Then he says, "I think she might be seeing someone else." Yeah, you think? She let him pick her up in a limo, take her to prom, pour her some punch, dance with her all night long, take their cute little prom pictures, then told you to drop her off at the hotel for a train with Dave and Kevin. It is beyond me that dudes bury their heads in the sand when the truth is staring them right in the face. I took her out and gave her flowers and a necklace, but she was at dinner with a friend and didn't text or call for a day and a half. Whether you're aware of the way women really are or not, dudes like this deserve to get used, man. Let's continue. Last Christmas, he continues, she calls me crying because she couldn't buy her kids gifts for Christmas. I was heartbroken for her, so I let her borrow $500. Oh man. She was also having a hard time paying for rent and was behind 2 months and was getting threatened to be evicted. Being the provider I am, he says, I said, "Don't worry, I'll let you borrow the money," and gave her another $1,500. The other day, she couldn't pay for a car rental after totaling her car. I let her borrow another $200. She said she would pay me back the $200 the same day after getting paid and never did. She totaled her car. She's getting a check for a new car and said she'd pay me back when she got it. That was a month ago. Initially, she said she would pay me back and I haven't heard anything about it since. She just quit her job last week, so now won't have any income for some time. Honestly, he says, it sucks to lose that much money, but I don't even care about the money. If we were together, I probably would have just let her have it. What I care about is being taken as a fool. I don't feel bad about helping her, he says. I would do it for anyone I love, but I also wouldn't be paying her rent if she's seeing someone else. Guys, I was in this very predicament myself. People wonder how I'm able to so accurately dissect female behavior. And the reason for this is that I've been through just about every situation imaginable with women. Guys, I'm almost 43 years old. I've been in the game for decades, so I have seen it all. But there's nothing special about me. I'm not some sage or some wizard or some psychological savant. No, I'm just a dude who's had a lot of experience with women and recognized that they all operate with the same objectives and much the same way. That's it. Frustrated provider hasn't figured this out yet. Now, he's only 32, so it's not too late for him. But if this chick doesn't teach him that men should never commit anything to a single mother except for his rod, nothing will. I swear I'm not this much of a cuck beta provider, he says, but this girl has my number, man. Since I was 15, I've been in love with her. Not even 12 years and a bad breakup changed it. I never ever treated a girl the way I treated her. I don't know if I could ever just be friends, but I also don't know how long I can or should keep this up. Before this, my life consisted of dating many different women. I still had trouble getting the prettier ones, but I wasn't lacking a sex life. I've considered dating, but I feel bad about it. So my questions are, number 1, am I technically friend zone right now? And if so, what do I do? Number 2, do you think maybe she lost sexual attraction to me? Number 3, how can I improve my chances of being with her again? Number 4, should I ask her if she's seeing other people? He concludes, I know some people will say to just give her an ultimatum and stop contacting her, but I don't think I can. I've gotten so attached to her. She's my best friend. Oh, God. I wish I could remove these feelings, he says, and just be friends. But if I were to, how do I approach getting her to pay me back the money? In the end, should I just eat the cost and take it as an expensive lesson in being a beta provider? Or should I get more stern about it? And if nothing works, taking her to court? Have I gone effing crazy? But let's answer a few of his questions. Let me go back to the Reddit post here. Let me go back to the Reddit post. Okay, so his first question. Am I technically friend zone right now? And if so, what do I do about it? Wow, 994 people watching. Holy shit, man. I didn't even realize how many people are watching. God damn. All right, get these numbers up. Like the video, share the video, guys. Appreciate the support, man. We're cracking triple figures already. Excellent, good for you guys. Anyway, so his first question is, am I technically friend zone right now? And if so, what should I do about it? My man, you aren't technically friend zoned. You are 1000% friend zoned. Being friend zoned is like getting a tattoo. Once you get it, it doesn't come off, man. Listen, I have never heard of a girl putting a guy in the friend zone and then years later getting with him. Oh, actually, I have. 10 years, 46 pounds, and 4 years later. Guys, what dudes need to understand, there is no way out of the friend zone. And even if she decides that she wants to date you, it's not because she wants to, it's because she feels like she has to. So what does he do about being in the friend zone? I don't know, wait her out another 10, 15 years, and I guarantee you she'll be banging down your door. But by then, she's not gonna look anything like what she looks like now. His second question. Do you think maybe she lost sexual attraction to me? Yeah. Right? Like, and again, what tells us that this was sort of a long con by this woman. The only reason why they reconnected is because she probably just got out of a bad breakup with a guy that she probably really loved. Probably an alpha fucks, bad boy, blah 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 blah. They reach out, they start fucking for a few weeks, he reaches back out to her again, all of a sudden now she ghosts on him. Of course she's lost sexual attraction for you. Dude, you're the beta male provider. Women do not respect men who give them gifts and money and all this other kind of stuff for literally nothing but the fact that they have a set of tits and a vagina. Guys, I see this all the time. Stop rewarding women for just being women. Dude, I can get ass anywhere. I can get pussy, I can get sex anywhere. What I can't get anywhere is a woman who can cook, a woman who obeys, a woman who is kind, a woman who isn't a bitch. These are the women that we need to consider for long-term relationships. These are the women that we need to reward with our resources and our time. And even then, she needs to do it for an extended period of time before I even think about going into my wallet. This weekend, I dropped something like $350 on Devin's hair, her nails, her tanning. She looks absolutely stunning. But guess what? She earned that. She has earned that. She has been loyal to me. Well, at least I would imagine she's been sexually loyal to me. She's been with me almost 3 years. Dude, she cooks for me. She never denies me sex. She always does what I tell her to do. She stays in pocket. Yeah, we hit bumps in the road, but the bumps in the road that we hit, they're not relationship threatening. Devin's a good woman to me as of right now. This is why I reward her. Stop rewarding women for just being women. Just because she's a woman and she shows up does not mean you give her money, gifts, dinners, etc. He also took her out for Valentine's Day. This girl's not, look, she's not even your girlfriend. What the fuck are you doing taking a woman who's not your girlfriend out for Valentine's Day? The guy that she was fucking Valentine's Night is probably laughing, eating the leftovers that you bought. Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck's up with this guy. Probably wearing your necklace right now. The next question he asks is, how can I improve my chances of being with her again? Oh my God. Dude. This is the problem, man. This guy, and again, he said earlier that he dates around, right? He has trouble getting the pretty girls, but he has a regular sex life. So this guy is so used to banging ugly chicks that the one chick that looks halfway decent has been literally using him for money without sleeping with him, sleeping with other people, and he still wants to know how he can get back with a single mother who has proven time and again that she could not give less of a fuck about him. Unbelievable. No, there are no ways that you can improve your chances of getting with her again. His next question, should I ask if she's seeing other people? Oh my God. Dude, if you feel like you have to ask her if she's seeing other people, she's seeing other people. She said that she was out with a friend on Valentine's night. That's the dude that's fucking her. Then, of course, at the end, he says people will say just give her an ultimatum and stop contacting her. Blah, 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 blah. Then here's the question of all questions. He says, in the end, should I just eat the cost and take it as an expensive lesson in being a beta provider? Or should I get more stern about it, and if nothing works, take it to court? Dude, no. No, man, listen, you can take her to court all you want to. You know what they're going to tell you? Do you know what they're going to tell you? She doesn't owe you anything. The money you gave her was a gift. You didn't have a written contract or anything like that, and she's going to argue, well, listen, you didn't have to let me borrow. You didn't have to give me the money. You told me, and it's your word against hers. She's going to tell the judge, well, he told me that he would give me the money for the rent. This is how these things work. So no, he's asking, should I eat the cost? Bruh, you are going to eat that cost whether you like it or not. Once you let a woman, dude, even to this day, I've never, ever let Devin borrow any money. Like, no, it don't work that way. Bitch, if you want something, you buy it yourself, right? I will buy things for her that I want her to have. But dude, Devin never comes to me talking about, can I borrow money? No. Never, ever let females borrow money, even if you are having sex with them. Gentlemen, it's always a mistake. It's always a mistake. So in the end, guys, this guy has been so obviously used and abused, and he took to Reddit to ask, hey guys, this girl has used me for my money. She's fucking other people. She has 2 kids. I can't believe it. I'm thinking about taking her to court. Is there any chance I can get back with her? Can you guys give me an advice on how to become more attractive to her? Is there any chance that we can reconcile and we can start having sex again? Instead of giving me head one time in 6 or 7 months? Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. Link in description.